क्या है यार, ये पागल कर देंगे हमें। एज अ बारसा फैन, आई एम एब्सोल्युटली, क्या कहते हैं ना, I feel bad. Even though I have been through shit, I feel bad for the opposition, the teams that we are facing. I feel bad for them because there is no way these teams can, like, make up their mind in the dressing room before the game. I don't think there is any team. They might be coming into this match and they might be thinking, yes, we have a chance, or yes, we can do something with this team, or we can somehow defeat this team, कोई कोई चांस ही नहीं है। कोई चांस ही, पहली पहली तो बात है, बच्चों को खेलने भेज दिया है फील्ड पे। सबसे पहले तो वहीं पर सामने वाली टीम, क्या कहते हैं ना, 200 और पॉइंट तो वहीं लूज हो जाते सामने वाली टीम के। लाइक, प्रिपेयर करते टाइम पे तुम कंसिडरेशन में ले रहे हो 17 साल का लड़का है, 17 साल का विंगर है, 17 साल का डिफेंडर है, 20-22 साल के मिडफील्डर खिला रहे हो। दिस टीम इज लाइक, it is unpredictable. You just cannot predict what's going to happen with this team, because somehow or the other this team manages to, you know bring some sort of an anomaly. If Lamine isn't doing something, it's going to be Pedri. If Pedri isn't going to be doing something, it's going to be Rafinha. If it's not Rafinha, somehow or the other Ferran Torres is doing something magical, something, out of the box. He's providing some sort of a, magical out of the box goal. This team is, it's why it's all vibes. It's all vibes. That's how this team is performing. It's illegal how this team is playing right now. It's illegal because the first goal, and time again I keep mentioning how under underrated and how overlooked a player Frankie De Jong is, because time and time again he keeps showing everyone why he, you know sets the tone, sets the game, sets the tempo for a team like Barcelona, for a team who's so decisive on counter attack, and a team who can still play, 70-75% possession in a game like they did today. This player time and time again shows why he keeps, raising the bar. He keeps setting the tone for a team like this. And to be honest, it's extremely difficult to do it for a team like Barcelona, especially not knowing what kind of match they're going into, when they have to either be ready for a counter attack, or either they have to keep the ball at least 70 to 75% of the times. The way that this guy instantly switches the game into something, accelerates it, or slows it down however he wants it. It's underrated, like, not many players can do this. And this guy is not even getting his flowers, because it's not even because of the fact that he's, like, not consistent, or he's not doing some. It's because he's being underlooked by his own peers. The players that he's surrounded by, their performances are even better, so he is, being underlooked. When you're playing with the likes of Pedri and Lamine and Kubarsi, you just cannot understand how to, be in the limelight. Because even today, Pedri did not have one assist, he did not have one goal, takes the man of the match. And this is not the first time, it's probably the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 10th time that he's done it this season. And and to say that he was the best player in the team would be a lie, because even though there was another best player on the field from Barcelona itself. That was Lamine Yamal. He's 17 years of age, and what he's doing on the pitch is illegal. It's illegal. He's making defenders look like a joke. He's making defenders look as if they are, you know, legit. They are legit teenage kids, and he's the adult, when it's the other way around. And somehow or the other, this team is, even, and the worst part is, today the team wasn't even at their best. You had Rafinha missing the game because he came from the international break. You had Araujo missing the game. You had Kubarsi missing the game. You had Lewandowski not starting. You have injuries. You have Casado, who's injured, who's not there. And still, somehow or the other, this team makes it seem as if they have nothing going on, like they are the best team in the world. Even though they have absentees, they still function as if it's normal. And this is how much of an effect that Flick has had on this team. It's There's no other word except for illegal. It's illegal what this team is doing right now, because come to think of it, by the 70th minute, maybe by the 70th or 75th minute, Osasuna was coming back into the game. They were creating chances. They were playing the game, counter attacking, trying to press high up the field. Out of nowhere, suddenly out of nowhere, Lewandowski comes out on the pitch, scores a header. How? Like, the for a player like Lewandowski, who's slow, who is not good at building up, even though he drops deep, he's not as good at building up, because he has to be in a poacher's position, so he cannot build up as quickly and then run up again. And then at the same time, you are playing against a team who's pressing high. They're pressing high, and when you have possession, they are creating a low block. How does this 35-year-old goat come and suddenly score out of nowhere? How does this team do it? They've been doing it all season long, and I honestly cannot understand how it's possible for someone to, you know, justify his age by scoring tons of goals and then still going underlooked. If I can tell you, if this was any other team, and if their starting striker was scoring 20, 25, 30 goals in a season, and the season isn't even over yet, I can guarantee you he would be getting Ballon d'Or shouts. And Lewandowski is not even getting Ballon d'Or shouts because his peers are performing so well. Because Rafinha is scoring crazy goals. Because Lamine Yamal is constantly, sitting down defenders. Like, he's making them. He's literally playing for his highlight reel. That's how it feels like. He's playing for a highlight reel so that he can, just take the best moments from the match and just put it on his highlight reel. He's legit playing for that. Pedri is just he keeps turning around and people go crazy. That's how much of a magical performance he gives every game. And then still there are these players. Inigo Martinez goes underrated every game. Pau Kubarsi, even though he isn't underrated, somehow people don't talk as much about him. If this was any other team in the world, people would have been going crazy. Because it's Barcelona, people aren't going crazy. Lewandowski, 35-year-old striker. He's people at 35. I except for Messi and Ronaldo, people at 35 score strikers at 35. Where is Benzema? Where was Suarez? Okay, he was at Atletico, but what was he providing? Except for that one good season, he wasn't as good. He left for MLS. Goat strikers, there aren't many who have been at the age of 34, 35, 36, and then still playing at the top level, and then still scoring goals like this. It's unreal how much of an underrated team, or maybe even though they are getting rated enough, the underrated players in this team aren't getting enough recognition. I just don't get it. How is it going? Balde, he's going massive. The player is going crazy every match. Somehow or the other, he keeps bringing those counter attack chances, and people don't mention him into the, people aren't giving him the best left back in the world shoutouts that he deserves. Kunde, solid defensively, solid in attack, solid in passing, solid in 1-2, everything. Still, people aren't giving him his flowers. I don't understand how much are people going to sleep on these players just because Pedri and Lamine and Rafinha, these players are playing crazy. But it's just not them, it's the entire team. And I think it's if this is the way it's going to be, I think they are going to win the UCL and they are going for the treble, guys. This is the year we win the deserved UCL, the deserved treble. And yeah, this team is absolutely crazy. It's a bunch of young kids. I read this post once where it said current Barcelona team right now is a bunch of young kids just trying to bring their club back on top. And that's how it feels like, because time and time again these kids show why they are heads and shoulders above every team, not just in Europe, in the world right now. Every team in Europe and the world needs to look at Barcelona and understand what they have been cooking, how they have been cooking it, and just be in awe. That's how much of an enjoyable brand of football they've been playing. That's what they've been doing all season long. Today, even not just today, in the past maybe 3 4 5 matches, I've seen this in the last 2 months. I've seen opposition teams, they have been enjoying as much as we have been enjoying the performance. We as Barca fans have been enjoying. It's a crazy moment, but the opposition has been enjoying as much as well, and that is what it's all about. The entire motto of this club is just to make football better. It's to play that brand of football, and that is what these guys have been giving time and time again. And I think this is what was missing. The brand of football and the leadership, the mentality was missing, and now that it's back, we are going to be unstoppable. The only thing that can stop this team right now is injuries, and I pray to God, I hope this team can somehow get through this difficult period, this 2 weeks and 2.5 weeks of football, where they have almost 7 to 9 games packed up. In every 3 days, Barca is playing a game for the next 2 weeks. How crazy it is, how crazy is it? And then we get performances like these. Illegal. It's illegal. It's absolutely illegal. Anyways, guys, see you on Sunday.